With 2 skills down, crafting was the last one remaining, and before actually getting to the skill, I actually need to sell my ore box because it's an item that I can get pretty easily, and if I can get it pretty easily, I prefer the inventory slot. And I'm actually gonna upgrade my pickaxe from Neprite to Banite because I unlocked Banite at level 80 smithing. Okay, but look at how ridiculous this is. No danger, and you can deposit your ores there. Easier than Phasmatite, straight up. Now that we have our pickaxe, let's get into how I'm actually going to train crafting. Because crafting in RuneScape 3 is a bit easier for Ironman because of the mining and smithing rework. Essentially, the mining and smithing rework change how the gem rocks work. So now, instead of just having normal gem rocks, you have 4 types of gem rocks. You have common gem rocks, uncommon, precious, and rare. Depending on the type of gem rock, you get different gemstones. But this is gonna be your bread and butter. I'm gonna start with common gem rocks, which mainly drop topaz, opal, and jade. And this is exactly why I trained mining before training crafting, because a pickaxe and mining level will actually help me make this entire process of gathering gems much faster. At 34 we unlock the ability to cut rubies, and that's why I decided to move to uncommon gem rocks. Now uncommon gem rocks will be where I will be standing until 80. While I could do rare gem rocks, I think precious are locked behind quests, but rare gem rocks give me diamonds and I could do them. The problem is, given how tough they are to mine and their hit points, it's much better XP wise to just stick with uncommon all the way to 80. So this will be our home for the next good few hours. So I completely forgot to open these geodes, so I'm gonna open them now. These mostly as gems, so this is just for XP. The interesting ones are these ones. Also, if you are wondering how I drop my gems, because if you put them here, the option is to craft. So what I do is actually I right click at this point and I drop, and then you can just do that. I just drop all of the gems super easily. And there we go, that saved us like a good 30k XP, maybe 20k XP, so not too bad. And Spirit Shards is also another thing that you get. Unfortunately, I don't have any use for them right now, nor will I use them, so I'm just gonna drop them as well. And now the Metamorphic Geodes. Now these will probably give me Apogees, which I can't use, but okay, we got Concentrate Alloy Bars and Bane Stone Spirits. Okay, so I guess I can use the Stone Spirits once I then train Smithing, but I'm not gonna train Smithing for a while, so I think I'm gonna drop these. But I will keep these bars as they are used for Masterwork, so for now at least, I might even store them in the Smithing thing, but yeah, for now I'm just gonna keep them. I might even sell them for some GP, I don't know. And there you have it, 80 crafting. That is the last skill we need for Invention, so let's unlock it. And there we are, this is the Invention Guild by entrance, just north of Palador. And there we go. Welcome to the Invention Guild. I'm gonna do the tutorial and I'll see you right after. Now that we have unlocked Invention, we can finally talk about it. Now, Invention can be broken down mainly in two parts. You have part number one, the components. Essentially, this is the fuel that allows you to craft anything in Invention. Now, components have different tiers, and the way you get components is by disassembling items. And depending on the type of item you are disassembling and the tier of the item, you will have different chances of getting different components. The second part of the skill is augmentation and perking. Essentially, augmentation is an item you craft that you put on your weapon or main armor, body and legs, and you essentially transform your item to have the ability of gaining levels. And when you gain a lot of experience in these items that you gain by just using the item, you can siphon its experience or disassemble the item, which will give you the experience. Essentially, this is how you will be gaining the most amount of Invention XP. And then you have the perks. The perks also use components, and depending on the configuration of the perks or the components that you use, you will have a different chance of rolling different perks. Now for this you need gizmos, and gizmos have 5 slots, so you combine 5 different types of components or 5 components of the same thing, and you'll have a chance of rolling a specific perk. Because of this, you will have to roll multiple gizmos to get the perk you want when it comes to some perks, and this is where the bulk of our components will be used, and this is what gives Invention this longevity in the game as a system.
And there we go, the tutorial has been completed. And I got us for Invention. Which, worth noting, Invention doesn't exactly work like other skills, where this skill just adds a more or better progression to 150, which is the next level of the skill, 200 million XP, as opposed to the exponential progression that other things have. But yeah, we got some spare parts, we got these things from the tutorial, essentially TLDR augmentation, as you can see, levels, item XP, and whatnot. You can put gizmos with perks in it. That's pretty much it when it comes to Invention. However, this is why I spent 175 hours doing this grind. That's it. That's the entire reason. What you just saw, essentially, disassembling gives you components at the cost of the item. Instead of me just dropping the item, you can disassemble it instead. And you gain components for it. According to the calculations I did, essentially a lot of the grinds I'll be doing, instead of dropping the items because I'm gonna be disassembling them, I'm gonna get kickstarted on the components. And I will need a lot of components.
With a 175 hour grind done, now there's only one question. Which grind will be next? Well, the next grind is